The second stage of recovery after facial palsy is called paresis, which is when the symmetry of the face starts to improve and tiny movements may begin. At this stage, the first thing people notice is that the symmetry of their face looks better when their face is relaxed and the muscles feel firmer. Whilst exercising when your face is completely floppy is banned, once you get to the paretic stage, some gentle exercises can begin. This is all about practicing small, very precise, symmetrical, balanced movements. It is extremely unlikely that you would be starting these exercises before 3 months, and you must not start them if you cannot see any movement at all in your face. Remember, when your nerve isn't working, you can't force it to work. That would be like trying to switch on a lamp which isn't plugged into an electrical socket. It just wouldn't turn on. If you exercise too early, you can really do more harm than good. If in doubt, don't do it and get specialist advice. If your face is still floppy, you should view the management of facial paralysis videos. It's possible your eye may still not fully close at this stage, in which case you should view the eye care and eye taping videos. During this paretic phase, it is important to continue the massage that you may have started in the flaccid phase. There is a video available that shows you how to do this. You will also find during the paretic stage that the unaffected side of your face still continues to overwork. If so, it's important to continue to do stretches for the unaffected side until your face is always completely symmetrical at rest. There should be no tightness in the unaffected side at all. If you need to do these stretches for the unaffected side, there is a video available that shows you how to do them. By the time you view this DVD, it is also possible that you may already have passed the paretic stage and are noticing synkinesis in your face. Synkinesis means linked or unwanted movements. For example, the face twitching, the eye narrowing when you eat, or the cheek lifting when you close the eyes. If you are not sure what synkinesis means, please watch the Introduction to Facial Palsy DVD. If you have got synkinesis, this doesn't mean that you can't do the paresis exercises. However, you may need to be cautious in terms of doing your best to control synkinetic movements whilst you do them. More information about this can be found in the synkinesis exercise video. Exercises during paresis are difficult and extremely important to get correct. Therefore, we highly recommend that if you do not already see a specialist facial therapist, you ask your doctor to refer you urgently. The exercises given in these videos are just a few of the exercises that are important in regaining good facial movement. However, due to the complexity of other movements, we have only included the more basic expressions here. Exercises during paresis focus on performing movements of the face that are small, precise, and symmetrical. The effort used to do the movements must be very gentle and must be the same on both sides. Generally, the effort should be no more than 2 or 3 out of 10, as you can see from the scale on the screen, which means almost no effort to very light effort. Using too much effort will make movements spill over into the wrong muscles and will make you more at risk from synkinesis. Also, effortful facial movements just don't look natural. In day-to-day facial movement, the highest anyone would get on the effort scale would be 4 or 5 out of 10. So we would certainly never exercise at a higher level than would be commonly used. The accuracy needed for good facial movement requires you to think carefully about which muscles you should be using for a movement and also which direction that muscle should be moving in. It can be hard when the face has not moved for a period of time for the brain to find the address of a muscle in order to activate it again. Exercise is all about re-establishing the links between the brain and the muscle without other muscles getting involved. Prior to having facial palsy, your face would have simply moved without requiring thought. After a facial palsy, it is not possible for the face to simply start working again as it did before. Movements have to be learned from scratch. Rather like learning any new skill, such as riding a bike, learning a musical instrument or foreign language, learning facial movement requires lots of practice. However, not just any practice. Perfect practice is important, as practicing something badly can be worse than doing nothing at all. You will need to really think about how your facial movements feel on the unaffected side of the face and use this as a model for learning to move the affected side of the face again.